I earned my degree online at Arizona State University. I chose to get my degree at ASU because I knew that I'd get a quality education, they were recognized for excellence, and that I would be prepared for the workforce upon graduating. To be associated with ASU, both as a student and alum, it makes me extremely proud, and having experienced the program, I know now that I'm set up for success. Learn more at asuonline.asu.edu.
Oh, ho, ho, ho. Welcome to Hallmarked. I'm Sandy Claus.
And I'm Jack Skellington. That's what this voice is. Oh, Merry Christmas.
You did so much better this time than the first time when we recorded for a solid 5 minutes.
Yeah, without realizing Kyle hadn't pressed record. You're welcome for catching that. Merry Christmas to you.
Yeah, Merry Christmas to me. The only thing we would have caught was your audio and this ad that keeps playing on Tier Maker. Those are the only two things we would have caught.
The only two. You may be wondering why we have Tier Maker up.
Yeah, because this year we are going to be ranking Christmas villains. I like to call this Who Could Steal Christmas? That's kind of the metrics I want to use. Hallie got really upset in the Facebook when I mentioned that, because she's like, what the fuck does that mean?
Well, yeah, because, okay, the Grinch, he's on here, don't worry, is, kind of the standard for stealing Christmas. That's his whole thing. And obviously the point is that you can't steal Christmas because it is a mindset. It is a celebration. It is more than the presents and the goose and the roast beast or whatever else he takes. So, what do you mean? Basically, not all the Christmas movies we want to talk about put Christmas in these terms.
The way I think about it is, who could get Christmas canceled? Who could just ruin Christmas?
Yeah, that's
because I think that's stealing Christmas is the more exciting way.
Stealing Christmas. But I
think more accurately, it's who could get Christmas canceled. So we've got our tiers here. They don't have exciting names. I'm just going to say will steal Christmas is our S tier. So these are the people we think could get away with it. Could steal Christmas. Yeah, 50-50 shot. Can't steal Christmas.
Makes the room light up when they walk in. Just brings joy to everybody.
Improves. I was going to say not a villain, but I'm going to say improves Christmas. So will steal, could steal, 50-50. They can't steal Christmas, and they improve Christmas.
Yep.
So that's going to be our metric, and we're just going to go through the villains. So we are going to start with the Grinch.
Yes, because, again, he is kind of the standard for the phrasing, at least, that we're using.
And it's really tough because there are two versions of the Grinch. I mean, there's the Benedict Cumberbatch version, but there's the cartoon one.
I forgot about the Benedict Cumberbatch version.
Isn't that your parents' favorite?
Yeah, they love it. They love it so much.
So there's the animated version where he steals all the presents from Whoville, but they celebrate Christmas anyway. Then there's the Jim Carrey version where he steals all the presents and they all get mad and he does ruin Christmas, but he ends up giving it back. So I don't know. You could say 50-50 based on version. I'm inclined to say could steal Christmas because in each version, he has the opportunity and he either, one, is against the Who's who are just in the animated version unstoppable in their Christmas spirit, or he I don't remember why he gives it back in the Jim Carrey version.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so I think the hardest part of this thing we have decided to do is that usually in Christmas movies, the villain loses.
Yeah.
So technically all of these villains have already failed in whatever Christmas ruining activity they were trying to do.
Yeah.
So we have to divorce them a little bit from the conditions in which they failed to be okay, in other conditions, would they have succeeded?
In that case, I still would put him in could steal because he willingly gives it back.
Mm-hmm. He does learn the lesson in both versions, implying that he is not above becoming a better person. His heart yearns to grow several sizes.
We have villains here who get stopped, but this is one who stops himself.
It's true.
All right, so I think we're both in could steal Christmas.
Could steal Christmas. Is he having a bad day? Yeah. Is he going to give it back? Probably.
Yeah.
Even if he succeeds, it's probably not long term.
He's just a man angry at his neighbors, which is not the only one on this list that we have.
No.
All right, so the next one here is ranked by, some of these came from the fans, and so the next one is the Who's from Whoville.
Well, they just make Christmas better. I don't know that...
They do suck in the Jim Carrey version, but
I guess they are kind of dicks, aren't they?
so maybe we should bump up from Improves Christmas to Can't Steal Christmas, or like 50-50. Because they are really, really bad. They make the Grinch in the Grinch version by ostracizing him. They basically ruin everything. It's only
Right.
like
I mean,
the
I'm
little
thinking
girl.
of the cute Susie ones in like the classic animated ones.
Yeah, because those ones improve Christmas.
Yeah.
So like, how do we manage this?
Yeah, put him in 50-50. Depends on which who you get.
Depends on the version.
And there's always a 50-50 chance you're gonna get a mean one.
All right, so the next one are the Wet Bandits from Home Alone.
Bandits!
In Home Alone, these are people who want to steal from the McAllister household, but get thwarted by Kevin as he puts up a bunch of traps. They do, however, successfully capture him and are about to, if I remember correctly, fucking murder the child.
They are.
Before they're stopped with an old man and his shovel.
Uh-huh.
So I don't know where to put them because there are very few people who would kill a child on this. Actually, there's more people who would kill a child than I'd like on this list.
Yep.
But there are not as many, and these were about to murder a child.
So my hot take on the Wet Bandits is that they were actually successful bandits before Kevin McAllister. Like, they have been doing this. They had the plan to like rob during the day and like case the street when all the rich people are going on their Christmas vacations and stuff. And like, they have the name, the Wet Bandits. Is it stupid? Yes, absolutely. Their hallmark of leaving the water running. Stupid, devastating.
Wait, that's why they're called the Wet Bandits?
That's why they're called the Wet Bandits, because that's their hallmark. They leave the water running, which actually is like that's gonna freeze. It's cold. Like, that is actually a very destructive thing to do.
Yeah.
It's not their fault that Kevin's family left him behind. Kevin McAllister is a force of nature. Had they not had to reckon with Kevin McAllister, I think they'd be living their little criminal dreams.
And despite the power of Kevin McAllister, they do beat him. He just gets Deus Ex Machina'd by the old man with the shovel.
They get through with the power, just the sheer power of anger and spite and their criminal hijinks. Like, I don't think they're particularly clever or smart. I just think they have whatever it takes to actually steal Christmas.
Yeah, I think they're top tier. I think the Wet Bandits will steal Christmas.
I think they'll do it.
All right, speaking of criminal masterminds, the next character is Hans Gruber from Die Hard, which I'm torn. I don't think I can put him in Will because, all right, if you haven't seen, Die Hard takes place on Christmas. That's the whole joke, but really it's just a guy trapped in this tower with a bunch of villains, led by Hans Gruber, played by, who is this actor again?
Alan Rickman.
Yeah, the late great Alan Rickman. So I don't know if I can put him in S tier because he has no interest in stealing Christmas. And the people he attacks are all a bunch of upset business people at a holiday party.
Unlike the Wet Bandits, Hans Gruber is a sophisticated villain.
Yeah.
He has plans upon plans upon plans with like contingencies and reasonable thoughts. I don't think he cares enough about Christmas. Well,
No.
the Wet Bandits don't really either. Like, I don't know that should be a consideration, you know, because like we are making them care about Christmas by putting them in this context at all.
I feel like part of it is the Wet Bandits' actions. Well, from the McAllisters, no, they wouldn't have stolen Christmas because they were spending Christmas abroad, so there wouldn't have been any presents.
No, they're just making it really, really hard to come home.
Yeah, which does kind of ruin Christmas.
Just kind of, yeah.
I still want the Wet Bandits in S tier.
Oh no, the Wet Bandits are staying in S tier. I think we're onto something. I think that we have made a stunning insight.
Yeah,
with the Wet
I
Bandits.
think let's put their motivation towards Christmas.
Yeah.
And I think even with his motivation towards Christmas, Hans Gruber just is not dealing with. He just doesn't deal with that small of stakes.
I would put could.
Okay.
I think if you paid him enough, he would do it. But I
Okay.
think it would have to be like you're a shadowy billionaire banker
Yeah.
who's bankrolling him.
All right, now we are going into Hallmark tropes for the next three. The company that wants to tear down the beloved community center to make condos.
So it really depends. In about half of Hallmark movies, someone from the company develops a heart due to actions from the protagonist. In the other half, the protagonist just raises enough money or does a legal thing to win, and they don't really change their ways. They're just like, you got me this time. I'll have to take my business elsewhere. Because Hallmark villains are old-timey radio people, apparently. I think they will ruin Christmas by closing down the community center. I think that should be S tier. I think they'll do it because it's a business. Christmas.
You know what? I will put it there only because they're thwarted by somebody in the company having a change of heart, not the company itself having a change of heart.
Mm-hmm.
And that makes a big difference. All right, so the condo company is up there with the Wet Bandits above the Grinch and Hans Gruber. Our next Hallmark trope, this one is copied word for word, I believe, from a fan. Rich CEO who goes back to her home village and meets her childhood friend, and even though she is married, she falls in love with him.
I mean,
I feel like the thing is like even though, what is it? Is it he's married or she's married? Even though she's married, Hallmark, I feel like she's always got to have a boyfriend. I don't think they're going to be like the divorcee would be a big Hallmark special.
Oh, a divorcee would be a big Hallmark special, and that one would end with the two already married people getting back together.
Yeah.
That's just how that would go.
So I feel like this is our first, I don't even think it's can't. I think she improves Christmas.
Yeah, I think so, because it sounds like she's not happy with her husband, and it sounds like she's going to have a life-changing experience with hunky new guy in small village.
And
so
if she's directly connected to the villain, she is the one who will thwart them.
You've got me there. I think
improves Christmas.
Improves Christmas.
Speaking of your boyfriend from the city, our last Hallmark trope.
Okay.
The rich boyfriend is almost always the most neutral motherfucker on the planet. I remember I was watching one of them because I haven't seen many, but I watched one where she got a promotion and she was going to have to leave him. And he was like, congrats, I'm really proud of you. I'm not going to stand in the way of your, business development and your dreams. And she's like, what gives, dude? How dare you support my growth in business?
Sometimes the extremely conservative values in Hallmarked, that's us. We're not conservative. The extremely conservative values showcased by Hallmark Films and on the Hallmark Channel really, really, really fuck with the Christmas spirit they're trying to present. Because sometimes it is just a boyfriend who's like, oh, I care about my work and I am taking realistic, pragmatic steps to work-life balance. Do you remember Hats Off to Christmas when he's like, oh, I came over this afternoon to help you with a thing because I have to go to a business dinner, and then they play the sad music because
I don't, but that sounds right.
Them. Okay, that's a thing that happens. And you pointed out, you were like, but he managed his schedule and he just told them he's making time for them.
Hats Off to Christmas. That's the one where they reveal that the boy is in a wheelchair.
Yeah, 30 minutes in.
Honestly, everything else goes out the window when it comes to that specific child. That child is the movie for me.
That's fair. See, in other movies, the boyfriend from Hallmark is like, wow, you got the promotion I wanted you to have and that I assume you also want. And she's like, haha, yeah, that thing I want. And it's very clear that like she doesn't. Yeah. There are a few where she like inherits a Christmas tree farm or an old Christmassy inn. And he's like, wow, you could sell this for like loads of money. And she's like, yeah, but do I want to? It was my great Aunt Judy's. And he's like, your great Aunt Judy is dead. So it's like neutral's not going to ruin anything. What's the tier between improves and 50-50?
Can't steal Christmas.
Like,
they're just ineffectual.
He's probably just boring. And he's like, oh, that guy is here. And then you talk to him for 5 minutes and you're like, I'm good until next year.
Of this list, he is one of the most can't steal Christmas. There's one later on that I think is even more than the Hallmark boyfriend, but we'll get there. Speaking of someone who is going to be very high tier, though, is the only character who, I guess, read the content warning in the description, the only character who drives a man to suicide, Mr. Potter from It's a Wonderful Life.
Mr. Potter just fucking sucks. Like he's got
only reason George Bailey survives is through literal divine intervention.
Yeah. And I don't think Mr. Potter has a change of heart in It's a Wonderful Life.
No, he gets away with it. There's a very popular SNL skit where they do an extended ending where they go beat up Mr. Potter because in the original, they never learn that he's the one who stole the money, and he just gets away with it. Like
I know they win, because the town like helps George out with the money, but I didn't think that Mr. Potter even was like, you can have 2 extra days because it's Christmas, like Ebenezer Scrooge kind of does.
To my knowledge, he has no change of heart.
Okay. He just continues sucking the rest of his sad little life.
His schemes aren't as big as, well, they're probably bigger than the Wet Bandits, as big as the condos. I think he's in a We'll Still Christmas. He's one of the only ones who gets away with it.
He's an S tier.
Yeah.
Right alongside. And it would piss him off that he's right next to the Wet Bandits.
Yeah, you know what? I'm going to move the condo company to the side so that those two can hang out together.
They have to be next to each other.
All right, next character. This one was requested by you, Hallie. Lightning McQueen.
Lightning
who
McQueen,
is not in a Christmas movie.
nor a villain. He is the protagonist. When I meant like pre-redemption Lightning McQueen. Here's the thing about pre-redemption Lightning McQueen. I just realized he doesn't have enough friends to like ruin Christmas.
Let's be honest. He's the CEO Hallmark lady. He goes down and improves Christmas with her.
He goes down. Yeah,
They're in the
just
same category.
move him down.
Speaking of another one, the Santa Claus has many villains. In the first one, I'm going to include the protagonist, Tim Allen, because for those who haven't seen the Santa Claus, it starts out, he hears something on his roof. He goes out, he sees a guy on his roof, shouts, "Hey, what's going on?" or something like that. The guy falls off the roof, dies, and it turns out that that man is Santa Claus, and there is the Santa Claus, which I don't remember the details, but it's either like whoever sees Santa die or whoever kills Santa becomes him. Like, for some reason, because he was involved in Santa's death, he becomes Santa Claus.
That is how it goes. Audience, you're gonna have to we didn't watch all these movies before. There was so many to watch because we were just rattling off names. So you'll have to forgive our mostly correct
to
summations.
put it as simple as possible, this is a man who kills Santa Claus, but also becomes Santa Claus.
Yeah, like,
so what does that, where does he fall?
I mean, like, he wasn't trying to kill Santa Claus, though, is the thing, you know?
That's true.
He didn't have a stake in this whole Christmas thing, and then he stepped in.
I'm not the step Santa, I'm the Santa who stepped up.
Stepped up, yeah. So, like, that's literally the plot of the movie. So I think he's kind of like the Grinch, and like he's good enough deep down that he's going to be like, I can't go through with ruining things. Like he tries in the movie. I'm pretty sure he's like, I don't want to be Santa, which is
I'm
fair.
looking up the Wikipedia article while you talk because there's something very important to notice. But anyways, keep going.
Do that. I'm going to put him either in not opposite direction. He's going to be either a 50-50 or he's going to improve. He does become the new Santa, and people seem jazzed about it. And he makes friends with Bernard the elf. That's a character I remember. He helps his son, or he bonds with his son because he's got one of those.
So it's putting on the jacket. That's the Santa Claus.
Yeah.
I prefer whoever kills Santa. That's
whoever
my
kills Santa
personal
must accept his mantle.
But he is given in the movie 11 months to fulfill Santa's duty.
Okay.
He kills Santa when he's delivering presents, which means for that Christmas, unless they explain it with like the elves picking up, there's a lot of presents a lot of trees without presents under them.
Okay, you got me there.
So that's one thing to factor in. I want to put him in 50-50 because it's funny to me.
Yeah, just
and
put
also
him in 50-50.
we can say he did ruin one of the Christmases, but it was on accident. Like, he really belongs in Improves or Can't Steal Christmas.
Yeah.
But technically he did ruin one Christmas.
We'll put him in 50-50.
Yeah.
I think that's fair.
Next one is the Red Ryder BB gun from A Christmas Story.
I forgot I put the gun.
Yeah, A Christmas Story. It's a bunch of basically memoir-like short stories put into a movie. But the big one is this kid wants a Red Ryder BB gun. He keeps getting told he'll shoot his eye out. He gets it as a gift from his dad, accidentally hits something and shoots his glasses, almost shooting his eye out.
I think it ricochets off an icicle. Oh, no, I'm sorry. It does. And then he's like, an icicle fell because he doesn't want...
it ricochets off of like a can or something. Yeah. And then he claims an icicle fell. So yeah, I don't know where to put the Red Ryder BB gun because it is a gun.
Because it's not a person.
It is maybe the most complicated character on this list by virtue of being a special gift for Christmas, but also hurting him, but also it doesn't really impact the Christmas.
It doesn't have agency because it's a gun. But like, it's like the one slightly dangerous gift that you really, really want. And it's such a strong presence throughout the whole film because Ralphie just wants that thing so bad so he can pretend to be a cowboy, which, as you can imagine, endears him to me. So I'd also like the Red Ryder BB gun for Christmas so that I can shoot my eye out. I get it.
Is it going and improves Christmas?
like he did learn a lesson. Ralphie did
learn. Did he learn a lesson? I don't think he immediately lied.
Wow, maybe, no, well, like, everybody kept saying, hey, this is dangerous, you'll shoot your eye out. And then it did. So even if he didn't react to the lesson then, he probably internalized it.
Are we putting this in improves Christmas?
Through that.
Does the Red Ryder BB gun improve Christmas by shooting your eye out?
Yes, it does.
All right, the next two are a combo, but we're going to start with the first one. Oogie Boogie and Jack Skellington are each on this list. They're going to get their own categories. For those who haven't seen The Nightmare Before Christmas, Jack Skellington is the king of Halloween Town. town. He basically is disillusioned with his life. He learns about Christmas. He decides, you know what? I'm going to take over Christmas this year, be a good old mate to Santa Claus, but I am going to kidnap him and tell the lackeys of this very evil guy, hey, don't give Santa to your boss. And then just forgets about him, tries to do Christmas, terrifies all the children, absolutely ruins that year's. Well, no, I don't. Santa might be able to fix it in time, actually. I don't know.
Can I fix it? I'm Santa Claus. That is a line that he says.
Okay, cool. So Santa does fix it. So Jack ruins it, but Santa fixes it. Jack then has a change of heart, basically realizes, wow, I'm bad at this, but actually I now have a reinvigorated spirit of my work. It's almost like the opposite of a Hallmark movie where she's disillusioned with her work and then goes and finds something else that's Christmassy. Where here he's disillusioned with his work, tries to fix it with Christmas, but then ends up like just getting his life meaning back with his old work.
He goes through a midlife crisis and then he's like, wow, I'm where I'm meant to be. And that's Halloween Town.
And then he remembers that Santa Claus is probably with Oogie Boogie. Mind you, no one tells him that. He just figures it out. He's like, yeah, he's probably with Oogie Boogie, is he? He told the kids not to do it. And yet he immediately knows to go to Oogie Boogie's lair. And so he goes there where Oogie Boogie is basically going to kill Santa after messing around with him. So we have to rank Jack, who does all the proactive stuff, but does eventually right his wrongs, and Oogie, who doesn't really do anything, but is the character who, if not thwarted, would have killed Santa Claus.
So my take is that Oogie Boogie spends way too much time dicking around. I don't think he'd ever get around to it. He's got his whole wonderful song. Sally comes in to rescue, and admittedly, he thwarts Sally. And like Jack does intervene, so it's hard to say what would have happened. But I think Oogie was going to take forever to get there. But Oogie Boogie was also just dropped. Like Santa Claus just dropped into his lap. He didn't go searching for it.
I feel like either he's a can't steal Christmas or he's 50-50. I like 50-50 because it's a roll of the dice.
And that's his thing. He likes the roll of the dice. What mood is he in today? Yes, put him in 50-50. Jack Skellington, on the other hand,
I think he belongs and could steal like the Grinch because he, like the Grinch, succeeds, but he has a change of heart. So he thwarts himself, which we've been allowing that.
We have. He does thwart himself. Yeah, I would agree with that. I wanted to put him in S tier, but like he has that realization. But the realization is also not powered by like, oh, I've ruined this for other people. It's, wow, I don't feel as fulfilled as I should have.
But it's still him stopping himself.
Like, the Grinch at least is like, wow, seeing other people sad makes me sad. Whereas Jack Skellington is like, so yes, there's a lot of chaos, but how does this make me feel?
Jack, if he didn't have his change of heart, easily top of S tier. Yeah. Easily. As such, though, because he does stop himself, we can't say he would steal Christmas, so we'll put him in top of A tier.
I love Jack Skellington because he does objectively villainous things. And so yet terrible. I would still trust him with my life.
All right. The next character is recommended by a fan, although I think you and I will have the same opinion. The Ghost of Christmas Future.
Not a villain, improves Christmas.
Improves Christmas, yeah.
Yeah.
He's spooky, but he gets the job done.
Spooky!
Listen, he's playing bad cop while the other two are playing good cop, and in the case of the Ghost of Christmas Past, sad cop, I guess.
No, Christmas Future tangibly improves Christmas by improving Ebenezer Scrooge.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, the next one, this is one you didn't want me to put on, but I thought it would be fun. Judas.
Yeah, because
from the Bible.
Judas is not a Christmas villain. He is an Easter villain. They are different holidays. But I think it's very funny that you were like, oh, Judas, the Christmas villain. Judas, from what I know, was the same age as Jesus about. So he was also a baby or thereabouts at Christmas when Jesus was born.
I'm gonna add another category below, because technically if he didn't do what he did, all of our sins wouldn't have been redeemed through Jesus.
Yeah.
So I'm actually gonna say that he's our new category, improves Easter. So that's where Judas goes.
Like, oh man, you know what would really improve my Easter? Inviting Judas.
Hey, listen, if he didn't do it, we wouldn't have Easter. So,
I mean, you've got me there. Like, you've got me. I want to have more to say on the matter, but I don't think I do.
all right, the next villain is Todd and Margot from A Christmas Story. They are this was recommended by you. They are the uppity neighbors. They can't steal. I've watched the movie multiple times.
Yeah.
They're like the uppity neighbors who, like, get their comeuppance through the shenanigans, like the shenanigans of the main character cause them to suffer, but they're these uppity people. They don't actively do anything.
No,
they maybe
do
talk
not.
to him once as an insult, but I don't think they just suffer.
They just suck. Why is the carpet wet, Todd? I don't know, Margot.
So they just go and can't steal Christmas.
Could they ruin your party? Yes, nobody wants them there, but they're not going to do anything that's more serious than an annoyance.
They're
are
just
not
sticking to themselves.
No, they are not as good as the wet bandits.
They are in Clark Griswold's problems. They are less than literally everyone else in that movie, including Clark himself.
Correct.
Clark Griswold potentially would get higher than them.
We didn't think about putting Clark Griswold on there.
It came to my mind, but I thought it'd be more fun to just be like, wow, look at these people who suffer.
Yep.
All right, so the next two are coming from Christmas specials from cartoons. The first one is Evil Santa from Futurama. So Evil Santa Claus is basically a robot version of Santa who is so specific in what he thinks is good versus bad that he only gives gifts to Zoidberg, the Squid Man, on Christmas, and tries to kill everyone else with extreme prejudice. The point is, I don't think yes, does it make Christmas worse? Yeah, but he's just doing his job really well, and Zoidberg has a great Christmas.
Well, he's also not stealing Christmas. It feels different. He's trying to do what he thinks Christmas should be. He's not actively trying to ruin it for anybody. He's trying to mete out the appropriate Christmas for everybody. And it just so happens the appropriate Christmas for everyone but Zoidberg sucks. He gave Zoidberg a pogo stick. I have to put him in Improves Christmas for that.
He's not even can't steal, he improves Christmas.
Yeah.
Okay.
I got a pogo stick is one of my favorite lines in Futurama.
You've all been very naughty indeed. Except you, Dr. Zoidberg. This is for you.
A pogo stick.
The next villain is from the TV show My Life as a Teenage Robot. His name is Todd Sweeney. He mind controls the main character for an entire year, having her ruin every single holiday with his ultimate plan of using her to kill Santa Claus and ruin Christmas. He does get thwarted by Jenny, the main character. And after being thwarted, they hand out all of his toys as gifts, and his heart changes. He basically gets a Grinch effect.
Okay, but does he get the Grinch effect because they beat it into him?
I think they mostly they stop him because he basically confesses that his plan is to kill Santa. Jenny's like, aha, I caught you red-handed. Now I've cleared my name. Also, now we're going to take all your stuff and give it to the other kids.
Yeah, he doesn't stop himself, it sounds like.
That's the tough part, because his heart does change, but only after he is thwarted, not before.
Okay, so you have to actively thwart him to get Christmas back.
If he was not thwarted, Jenny would have killed Santa Claus.
I put him in Wheel Steel.
Okay. All right, the next one you're going to have to tell me about because I've never watched this.
Yeah.
The next one is the Tim Curry organ from the Beauty and the Beast Christmas special movie. I just know he wants to keep Beast sad so that Beast plays him. That's all I know.
Okay, so Forte's whole deal is that he really likes being a pipe organ. He does not want the spell broken.
Right, because he was a man beforehand.
Yeah, he's just like, no, I am so useful as a pipe organ and I slay. So if this curse is undone, I'll be forgotten, and my musical talents won't be as appreciated. He does. He just tries to break up Belle and the Beast's relationship. Forte loses what was left of his sanity by attempting to bring the castle down with his loud music, apparently having no regard for his own life as he was willing to take everyone's lives in the castle along with his own.
Knowing very little, he sounds like a Can't Steal or a 50-50.
Yeah.
I mean, he is such a minor character. It's because he didn't exist yet, but he doesn't exist in the main Beauty and the Beast during the Christmas montage where they get closer.
Yeah.
And I know we're not really factoring in if they were thwarted, but he just sounds really bad.
The Beast doesn't like Christmas time because that's when the spell was cast.
Oh.
But then Belle is like, Christmas is great. And the Beast is like, sure. And then she goes out to look for a Christmas tree. And Forte is like, look at Belle. She left after she said that she wouldn't. And then the Beast destroys Christmas before storming off to look for Belle.
I think I'm going to give him 50-50 because it sounds like he does do a good job in this movie, but also that is only because he is dealing with the Beast. The Beast is the kind of person to get mad at Belle because of something she did in a dream.
Yeah, I mean, no, you're right. But shout out to this sentence. Not wanting his music to be underappreciated again. Forte attempts to destroy the castle with his music, thinking that Belle and the Beast cannot fall in love if they are dead.
That's a very good sentence. I'll put him in 50-50
really
for that.
50-50.
All right, we've got 3 left before we rank our top. So the next one is Heat Miser and Freeze Miser from The Year Without a Santa Claus. Basically, they are warring brothers who control their half of the planet, making it cold or warm during the part of the year. One of Santa's reindeer gets captured by animal control in like Florida or a Heat Miser controlled area. They will free it. The people will free it if the elves can get it to snow, so they have to convince Freeze Miser to do it. He's happy to, but Heat Miser won't let him. And so they go to their mom, Mother Nature, who basically bullies the two into doing it. So I don't know if I could put them in Improves Christmas because they have to be coerced by their mother.
Yeah.
But they didn't. They were just neutral. Like, yes, would it have ruined Christmas? Very potentially, but it's not their fault.
But like, I don't know, they just feel like they're kind of caught up in it, you know? They're not plotting.
Yeah, they're just doing their own thing. They only care
involved.
about the other. I feel like they can't steal Christmas.
Yeah, can't steal Christmas.
All right, so the next one you're going to have to explain. This is another classic Christmas movie, The Magician from Frosty.
Yes,
I have not seen Frosty since I was like 8, probably, so I have very little memory of this man.
Okay, Professor Hinkle is a magician who comes to perform at the elementary school's Christmas party. He is described by the narrator as the worst magician in the world, and he just sucks so hard.
Is his hat why Frosty comes to life?
It is, because his hat like blows away and then lands on the snowman that children built, and then Frosty comes to life, and he's like, whoa, what the fuck is that? My hat's actually magic, and then he wants his hat back, and they're like, okay, but your hat makes this snowman alive, so like it's Frosty's now, and he's like, no, it's mine. So the whole plot, as they try to get Frosty to the North Pole where it's cold enough he can live, is that the magician is following them because he just wants his hat back.
And doesn't Frosty die in a greenhouse?
He does. He melts. He locks them in the greenhouse so that he will melt, and so he can come in and steal the hat, because the hat won't work if there's no snowman to put on it. So he does ruin Christmas to the point that like Santa comes in and magically swirls Frosty back together, and then he makes Professor Hinkle apologize, and he's like, I'm not giving you any presents this year because you did a bad thing unless you write me, I'm very sorry for what I did to Frosty like 100 billion times. And then maybe, just maybe, you'll find a new hat in your stocking. Professor Hinkle's like, oh, I will. Oh, thank you, Santa. Then he runs away doing his weird jumps
I love
and
this
voices.
guy.
I love him. I love Professor Hinkle. He's great. Could he steal Christmas? Probably not. He does make Frosty melt. He does pull the stone cold move.
He is the reason Frosty is alive, even if it's
his magic hat is, but like he doesn't care that he's the reason Frosty is alive.
That's true.
You know, like I want to put him in Improves because I love him and I think he's very funny and he repeats things. So my sisters and I will quote busy, busy, busy to each other all the time because he says that. However,
he is fighting children and a literal infant.
Yeah, because Frosty just came to life.
All right, we have one last one before we rank our top, and that is from Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer, Society. Because if I remember, even Santa Claus is like, what the shit is that red-nosed freak? Yep. Everyone is mean to him. And I think I would put them in could, because when he is useful to them during the fog, they at the very least are like, well, I guess this freak is useful now.
Yeah, it's like they almost led to Christmas would not have been threatened if Rudolph had just been given a fair shake from the get-go.
I think if we just did the worst, Society from Rudolph would be an S tier. But in terms of actually ruining Christmas, they do think he's at least useful. That feels so gross to say.
Like, you mean like they can put aside their prejudice to save Christmas so they're not in S tier?
Basically, yeah.
put him in A tier then.
All right, so let's take a look at our list and then we will rank our top in order. So, in Could Steal Christmas, we have Jack Skellington, The Grinch, Hans Gruber, and Society. 50-50, we have the, I'm already forgetting their names, The Who's from Whoville, Tim Allen from The Santa Claus, Oogie Boogie, and Forte from Belle's Enchanted Christmas. In Can't Steal Christmas, we have Your Boyfriend from the City, Todd and Margot, Heat Miser and Freeze Miser, and The Magician from Frosty. In Improves Christmas, our biggest category, we have the rich executive lady who goes to the small town, Lightning McQueen, which, to be fair, those two are the same thing.
Yeah.
The Red Rider BB gun, The Ghost of Christmas Future, and Evil Santa from Futurama, which means we have to choose our top 3 and by extension top 4, because there's 4 of them, in the Will Steal Christmas category to find the ultimate villain. We have Todd Sweeney from My Life as a Teenage Robot, Mr. Potter from It's a Wonderful Life, the Wet Bandits from Home Alone and Home Alone 2 Lost in New York, and then the company that wants to tear down a beloved community structure and make a condo from a handful of basically just Hallmark or any whimsical movies. So we have to rank these to figure out which is the greatest villain.
Okay, it's kind of boring, but I think Mr. Potter probably takes it.
See, I'm not sure, because the condo one is the most realistic to life, and it actively ruins Christmas for a lot of people.
Mm-hmm.
The Wet Bandits were going to kill a child. Mr. Potter Mr. Potter does ruin a lot of the town in general and does lead a man to attempt suicide. And then Todd Sweeney, if not thwarted, would have successfully killed Santa Claus. So I feel like they're all contenders here in their own way.
Oh, I mean, yeah, because they're all in the S tier.
But I want to hear your argument for Mr. Potter.
I mean, how many other Christmases has Mr. Potter ruined that we've just never seen? With all of his foreclosures and his banks and his money.
I suppose, up until this point, we haven't been factoring in external influence. But if we factor it in here, which feels fair, because this is our top ranking.
Yeah.
He is the only character of these 4 that was not thwarted nor even caught for his crimes.
Yeah, that's the thing. So, yes, Todd Sweeney would not have redeemed himself if he hadn't been thwarted, but Mr. Potter, evidence suggests he's just going to keep doing what he's doing.
He has the combination of doing all the bad things the condo companies do, because he's got companies like that, plus the causing at least one death we know could have happened without divine intervention.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think
it's got to be Mr. Potter.
I think it's got to be him, and I think for the other ranking, him is the top. I think because we reference specifically Todd and the condos when describing him, Todd and condos can get joint second with the Wet Bandits in third, which is honestly much better than they deserve.
It is much better than they deserve. But the Wet Bandits also don't have any remorse.
That's true.
Even though they were thwarted, they don't have remorse like Todd Sweeney does. They're just back at it again in Home Alone 2.
Thinking about it, yeah, I think here's my argument for the rating. In 4th place, Todd Sweeney, because he does show remorse. He is thwarted. Yes, he does a lot, but also he's just a sad boy on Christmas. Mm-hmm. The condo company is completely remorseless. So I think, and it's very real. That gets third. Wet Bandits, they do get away with it. They appear in a sequel. Mm-hmm. And then, yeah, Mr. Potter as the only successful Christmas villain.
It makes me so happy to think that Mr. Potter has to share the stage with the Wet Bandits from Home Alone.
It's like even though the Wet Bandits are in 2nd place, it's like the image you have of the guy celebrating with the champagne and he's in 3rd place next to Mr. Potter in a building.
Yep. And just a building. Yeah, I'm happy with this. We did good work today.
Thank you for listening to this year's Hallmark. If you're watching, you can see the definitive ranking here. Otherwise, you can get a link to it in the description. I will download and save this image of our listing. Thank you for listening, and join us to figure out what Christmas holiday thing we do that draws us ever further from the light of Hallmark next year.
Ever, ever further.
The Fable and Folly Network, where fiction producers flourish.